I'm here at Clean Air Network's On Air exhibition, which is to raise awareness of air pollution. These balls behind me are each about the same size as the amount of air that we breathe every day. They're about 11,000 litres each, which is about how much the average human breathes in every day, which doesn't actually look a lot. The idea is these are kind of dust-free and clean, and you can sit in there and meditate on what it would be like to have very clean air, which is quite interesting in the middle of Fortress Hill here, surrounded by smokers and the idling trucks of HKTV Mall and a massive construction site just there. So let's go talk to Patrick Fung, who's the CEO of Clean Air Network, and let's find out more.
So this is the project On Air. It is the first large-scale exhibition since COVID in Hong Kong about air issue. So we try to arouse awareness of the general public on these air quality issues as well. And we try to provoke curiosity and then inspire people to act.
Okay, so what's the idea behind going into these spheres? Because in this district is actually quite dirty. There's a lot of smokers, there's idling engines, there's a construction site just over there. So it's like you come out of this thing and the air is quite horrible.
Yeah, indeed, we try to bring a contrast here. So if you look around, there are high-rise and all kinds of pollution sources. And then on this area, it's kind of a peace of mind area. We try to ask people to rethink what's more we can do to improve situation in the neighborhood.
Right, okay, when you're asking people to rethink, what do you mean? You're talking about the general public to think about it, or is there a message here for the government or policymakers?
Indeed, everyone, and the general public, obviously they do have a role, but then we think the bigger responsibility go to the various sectors, including the emitter and then also the government as well. Whether we could enforce more policy so that we could support, for example, acceleration of transition of the vehicular fleet in the road towards zero emission, like electric or hydrogen, that's one thing. And the other thing, how we could improve the indoor air quality in different buildings in Hong Kong. So these are a couple of things that I think the current administration of the Hong Kong government should really seriously think about it.
One thing about air quality is it's very hard for an individual really, apart unless it's actually, cigarette smoke or diesel in your face, you don't really know if it's bad or not. I feel this could help if it was very clean in there and you come out, there's more of a contrast.
Yeah, we hope so. That's the concept behind, and I think there are some air pollution which is not, very visible. But then they are, for example, the nitrogen dioxide. They could be the ozone. So these are really harmful pollutants that we all need to take consideration. And this artwork is actually a tool for people to visualize the problem is still there. If you don't see it, it doesn't mean that it just go away. So we do need more support on these issues.
Yeah. Have you had any air quality measurements in the inside here?
Not yet. So the concept behind
is bring my monitor down.
Yeah, indeed. So the concept behind is a dust tree. So it uses a nano fabric filter that filter the dust above nano level. We see there is a science part and then also the art part behind this. So from us, we think it's also important to arouse awareness of people just by looking at it, just by taking picture, put it on social media to spread the word.
I'd love to say there's a sense of peace and calm in here, but there's a lot of kids, including my own, so you can imagine how much peace and calm there is. The air itself isn't even that much better either. I can't really tell a difference, and it is open to the air, so the air is actually pretty nasty. I didn't bring my portable air monitor along, but it's not really great air quality. That's not the point though. The point is to raise awareness about this bubble that we live in, which is planet Earth, and then when you step outside the bubble, it's supposed to make you think about what we have and what we could have, and really to raise awareness of air pollution. It's not really about the science of air pollution. It's not about breathing the most ultra pure air in the world, which you can do if you lock yourself in your apartment, of course, with a PM2.5 filter. It's more about sitting in the middle of a street in a bubble thinking about it. So you're supposed to sit cross-legged here a bit and meditate, but with many kids running around, not really possible at the moment. I'm just going to enjoy the ambient light in here, which is delicious, and take a look around. Well worth a visit.